So let's say you're gonna play something besides just the chords in a three-chord song in the key of G, like this. Let's say the acoustic guitar player is playing that, the singer, and you're like, man, what am I supposed to do? Well, you could do power chords. Or you could do some double stops, which is two-note chords like this. So those are little shapes that are like, I call them angle shapes, because it's kind of like, this would be a flat shape and this is an angle shape. So that's a G, C, D, and high G. Possibility. You could you could do chord shapes, which are kind of related to that. So that's shaped just like an F. F is like index, middle, ring. Index has got to lay very flat. Middle and ring are on their tips, so that an F would be like a 1, 1, 2, 3. If we're talking tablature. G would be 3, 3, 4, 5. And C is 8, 8, 9, 10. D is 10, 10, 11, 12. And high G is 15, 15, 16, 17. They're all the same shape. So that's a good thing to learn, you know, like I was working with a student the other day, we took a D up the neck, like. Which reminds me, we could do the song using the D shape. Good. So we know D is here. D is a little triangle shape, you probably know. Like index, middle, ring. If we're talking tablature, it'd be a 0, 2, 3, 2. So that's D. G is, we're going to skip the D string and just hit 3 strings. This would be a 7, 8, 7. Same shape. There's G. C, let's go up high to 12, 13, 12. And take it up a whole step to D, which is 14, 15, 14. There's even a G way up high. That would be like 19, 20, 19. G, D, C, G, D, C, G. Then you can start mixing those shapes, and there's a lot of shapes. I mean, you know, based on 5 main chord shapes, E, A, D, G, E, A, D, G, and C, the main chord shapes, you can scoot those all up the neck and make new things, but I won't throw them all on here. Those are a few things you could do. Let's try one more. Let's do some double stops that are more based on bar chord. We'll do, and so these are kind of high sounding, that F shape and the D shape. But let's do some lower bit. Let's do some open strings. How about? This is super easy. The fourth and second strings could be a double stop open, which is D and B, which is part of a G chord. Well, I think I'm going to change this idea. Let's do D, G, B as a flat shape. Hang on, I'm going to grab something for you. Oh yeah, I'm coming back. That was a big reach. Okay, so I'm going with a flat shape, which is D, G, B, which would work on a G chord. For C, it's going to be based on this shape, an A shape, but we're just going to use the flat part. It's a C chord, bar chord. But we're just going to use those strings. I'm talking about 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. Then, if that's C, D is up here. 7th fret. Yikes. And G is 12, which would be an octave of those. G, C, D, and D, D flat, C, to the G, and so, you know, it's not the most complicated thing ever, but if you've never done that, that would be really good if you could mix up what we just did with the double stops and the G shapes and the D shapes. And I kind of call that an A shape because it looks like this, the last one we did. G, C, D, G. Eventually, you can mix all those shapes and more and just do it off the top of your head. But we start small, add a little bit. So I'm doing a live stream thing today at 5 p.m. I got to do a little road trip, and it's a safe, environment. I'm going to go do a thing in Illinois, but cool, man. Hey, if you want one of these shirts, I've got some. I relisted a bunch of these. All right. See ya.